Hey guys, thanks for coming back to another week of devotionals, lessons for the youth. School is close to starting if it hasn't already for you guys, and it's going to look a little different, a lot different this year, and that's okay. We're all going to learn the skill of flexibility. This week, the title of our lesson is Back to the Basics. And when I say that, you probably have some sort of picture or definition in your mind of what that means to you. But I'm going to change your focus a little bit for a second, and I want you to think about the basics of life in general, like for a 2-year-old. What does that mean to you? Potty training, learning your letters, learning your numbers, learning how to share, clean up after yourself. I have the privilege of staying home with my son. He's 2.5, and we're learning the basics throughout all of our days. I feel like I'm always asking him a question. How many blue cars are there? What color does blue and yellow make when you mix it together? What letter is this? Those are things, his skills that he's learning now, that will get built on as he continues in life. He has to know his letters before he can read. He has to know his numbers before he can count and then multiply, and then even figure out how much flooring needs to cover this floor. Those things are the basics. They won't change. Number one will always be number one, and it will always represent one single item. That's just the way it is. And when he gets those concepts in his mind, the rest of the skills can come then afterwards. Now, you don't know what school's gonna look like this semester, this year, what sports are gonna be like, what events you will and won't have, and that's fine. We're going to find out as we go, and it will likely change multiple times. But what we do know, and what our pastors have been teaching us here at least, is we're in a war. And the war is not going to stop when you go back to school. But just like number one will always be number one, there are basics in our walk with the Lord that will continue to make us grow stronger in our relationship with Him. Okay, for those of you that drive, how many of you have ever, and I know it's everybody, have ever been driving and you realize that, oh, my water bottle's way down there on the floor and I need to grab it? Or you need to grab something in the back seat and you turn for 2 seconds and you come back and you've crossed the middle line or you're off on the side, right? I've done it multiple times. If we take our focus off for just a second, we're off course. It's the same thing for our walk with the Lord. Have you ever seen those guards outside of Buckingham Palace? They're all in their uniform. They have their weapons over their shoulders, and they just march all day, every day, back and forth in front of the gates, right? They don't smile, they don't look away, they don't change pace. This is what they do all day, every day. That's the commitment and the focus we need to have in our walk with the Lord. Okay, the points we're gonna go over the next few lessons are these. Be on guard, pray, stay in the Word, and stand firm. We know the Word doesn't change. It's new every single day and it's alive, but it does not change. We know that prayer has the ability and the power to change outcomes, to petition on people's behalf, to break strongholds. That's the way it is. Prayer continues to have that power. We know that temptation will be there. That's a fact. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy you. He's not going to stop doing that. And in the midst of this war we're in, now remember, it's a spiritual war, right? Not against people, not against flesh. The spiritual war, he's kicking up his game. So standing firm in your faith and being on guard for everything that he's throwing at you is very important. Those are the basics. Those things will never change. Come back on Wednesday and we'll get into it a little bit deeper.